All right, guys, we're going to start with Q&A. Just raise your hand, wait for the boom mic to come around. Make sure you introduce yourself. Let us know where you were. Brian, start there.
Hi, Derrick. Brian Morgan from the Associated Press. Can you just take us through kind of how you found out about this trade and your emotions, obviously, leaving not only your team, but your own hometown?
Found out about it the same day everybody else did, of course, a couple days ago. And my agent actually called me. I was in California at the time, and was telling me that, prepped me like a couple of hours ahead that I was, that the trade might end up going through. And he called back and ended up telling me that it actually did. And at the time, it was just an emotional time for me. Chicago was more than just like a home. Like it grew me into the man I am today. All my family and friends are back there. That's one of the reasons why I will change my number to 25. It's like I'm playing in New York, but I want to bring something from Chicago with me out here, and that's one of the reasons why I chose number 25.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on coming to Chicago. Derrick Rose on Pix 11. I've had my share of working in Chicago, covering the Bulls back in the Jordan years. Chicago's a very loyal town. Being from Chicago, how much, personally as a person, how much did it hurt you knowing that you were not able to finish your career there, you're having to move on and things didn't work out?
It hurt a little bit, but at the end of the day, my life is out of my hands. I know everything is out of my control. The only thing I can do is just prep myself to become great. Just like getting traded here. When I wasn't here, I was working out in LA, been working out for the last couple of weeks. And you never know what's gonna happen in this business, you know. I got traded, it's the first time I ever got traded, but there's no ground hold of any grudges with the front office or anybody from Chicago. I loved all the teammates that I played with when I was back there. Of course, it hurt, like being away from my son, but he gotta understand this move one day once he get older.
Mark Bird, New York Post. What's your thoughts playing with Carmelo, playing with Porzingis, and just the prospects of this team? I know they have to go through free agency, but what do you envision playing with those two guys and what they could build?
I really haven't thought into it as far as like how I would want to play with them, like pick and roll or the type of tempo type game I would want to play with them. I'll let the coach and the coaching staff do all that, but as far as like coming in here and with the mindset of winning, like I just want to win, man. That's the only thing I want to do. I know it's going to be a lot of pressure. People going to try to put a lot of pressure on us. Like, it's no pressure at all. All we got to do is just go out there, play together, and win games one game at a time.
Hi there, George Willis, New York Post. You said you were preparing yourself to be great. How far do you have to go to be great? Is there a gap there? What's it going to take for you to be great again?
I feel like I'm great right now. Where I came from, as far as like getting through my rehabs and just having the opportunity to just play basketball, I feel like that's the only thing I was missing these last couple of years was my rhythm. I was strong. I felt like my body was strong. You go through the season, you get nagging injuries, but I felt like my body held up. And this summer, it's all about conditioning and catching that rhythm again.
Derrick, Stephen Bonnie with the New York Daily News. Sort of along those lines, you haven't played more than 66 games in a season since 2012. Yeah. How do you feel physically? Do you feel that you can put in a full 82? I mean, what kind of expectations do you have for yourself in terms of being able to stay on the court?
Staying on the court, that's out of my mind, man. I just want to play. If I go out there and just hope that I can stay out there 82 games, like, there's no point in doing that. When I step on the floor, I'm just trying to win that game, play as hard as I can, and that's all I could do. But as far as like putting an expectation or trying to see or trying to find out how many games I play a year, there's no point in doing that. I don't want to jinx myself.
Derek, Ian Begley from ESPN.com. You are entering the final year of your contract. Phil Jackson said yesterday that he hopes that this could be a long-term proposition. How do you view coming here and where you are in your career? Are you hopeful that this works out long-term?
I hope so. With all of the attention and all the congratulations that I got here, I hope I'll be able to play the rest of my career here. But like I said, this is a business. I guess we'll have to see how this 1 year goes, but I'm putting my all into this. I've been working my butt off as far as my work ethic, and we will have to see.
Chris Broussard, ESPN. Derrick, everybody wants to know, can you be that MVP type player you were before the injuries? How close do you feel you are to that player now?
I feel like I'm close, but at least sitting up here and saying that's not going to do anything. Next year, I want to let my game speak for itself. Like I said, I've been preparing myself. I felt like last year I was prepared. I ended well. This year is adding on top of that. Trying to sharpen my game a little bit more. Look at the areas where I wasn't that efficient and see if I could make them efficient this year. And just learning from my mistakes. That's what it's all about, learning and adapting. And I think I'm the talent, or one of the talents in the league that can adapt to the game.
Hi, Tara Sullivan from the Bergen Record. You mentioned just, it was an emotional time to hear the decision. Does it feel real yet? Are you still in a state of, describe just, what it's like, how you feel?
Still don't feel real. Driving in and just seeing my name on the billboard, or seeing my picture on the billboard, or on the screen outside of the building, kind of blew me away a little bit. It probably really don't hit me until I step on the floor and I actually have a jersey on.
Hi, Derrick. Welcome to New York. Chris Haynes from the Wall Street Journal. I know you said that you haven't really given too much thought to the personnel, but I guess maybe 2 years ago, Carmelo was making a free agency decision, and he obviously stopped by Chicago.
Yes.
At that time, did you allow yourself to kind of picture what that would have been like, or how you would have felt if he had joined you there, and kind of what is your opinion on him as a player?
I mean, yeah, I did. Hell yeah, I did. I can't lie. But everybody's different. I can't tell that man to walk away from the X amount of dollars that he would have walked away from. He has a family. He has kids. He wants his kids to be comfortable and have a consistent way of living instead of traveling and all that. So I understand that part. But it's funny how things work itself out. Work yourself out, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be playing alongside someone that I believe is a dog, just like how I am, and willing to win and willing to do whatever it takes to win. So I'm grateful, I'm appreciative, and I can't wait.
Derrick, I know you're close with Noah as a Bulls teammate.
Yeah.
I think you've seen him recently. I mean, he's a free agent. I mean, how amazing would it be for you to see him somehow come to us?
Oh, I want him. He knows that. I think his family know that. I think everybody know that. Even last night, I was talking to him about it, and it's the same way. He's in a position where he got injured twice last year. It was his contract year, and he got to figure out what he wants to do. So I can't get mad with the decision he will make soon or whenever he makes it, but he knows that I will want to play with him.
Hey there, Kevin Armstrong, New York Daily News. What do you remember about your first trip to New York when you played in high school here against Kemba Walker and the Reds?
Losing. We lost that game, right? We lost, yeah. That's good. Losing, and I just remember the city being too fast. Like Chicago is a city is kind of fast, but up here it's a little bit faster. So the city don't sleep at all. In Chicago, you can go downtown and it's like a desert. You don't see anyone out here. It's always somebody else. It's always something to do. Always good event to go to. So it's a little bit faster.
Derrick, why do you
think you were traded? I mean, was the locker room any situation there? Did you fit right with the coach? Do you think they have push about your health or your skills anymore?
No, I don't know why I was traded, but I would like to tell him thank you.
What?
Elaborate on that.
Thank you for what?
I mean, give me another star. I'm grateful to be where I'm at. You know, I could have been anywhere. I'm not saying all the other teams are bad places, but to be in this market, to be in a city where the legacy, I mean, the history of basketball, me coming from Chicago and just the rivalry from Chicago and New York type of way of playing basketball, like, man, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here. I feel like they're going to appreciate me a little bit more.
Derrick, the Bulls have recently brought Chip Schaefer back in from LA to run their training team. Have you changed your trainer, your training routine, considering where you are right now, trying to get back to that MVP level? What are you doing differently right now to get your body back?
Right now, I'm working out. I lift and do track work and dynamic movement work Monday through Thursday. I play basketball Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and I do yoga Wednesday, Saturday. So my only off day is on Sundays.
Have you done any work with Tim Grover in Chicago, or do you have your own?
No, I have my own guy. I work at UCLA while I'm in LA, and I do my core work in Bel Air.
Derrick, Stephen Bonner from Derrick Rose. You mentioned Joakim Noah as a possible free agent, but there's other big guys out there.
Yeah.
When you look at the New York situation now with you, Carmelo, Porzingis, how enticing do you think that is to some of the upper level guys?
I think it's enticing, but to tell you the truth, I think the position everybody's in right here and what I've been feeling is like whoever's willing to come here and willing to do whatever it takes to win, that's what we're rolling with. The sense is like we don't have any time to waste. It's now, and everybody got to be on board.
Will you do any free agent recruiting there? You call guys or anything?
I mean, I may change it this year, yeah, but I don't know when, or I won't be able to tell you exactly who I'm going for.
Derrick, you made a comment last year that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way at the time, just when you said you were looking ahead to next year's free agency.
Yeah.
You said it 2 years in advance.
Yeah.
That aside, how much do you kind of feel even more invigorated to try to get through this year and to play well this year because of what's ahead for you next summer?
With this time, I'm just being patient. I'm taking all this in. I feel like something special is going to happen. I really don't know what. I just feel like something special. I'm putting in all the work that I did. I think when I look back at it, the most time I had this much time to really focus on basketball was the year before I won MVP. And I got a lot of time to really focus on myself, learn, take care of my body, and just try to better myself to try to become the best athlete I could become.
Derrick, John Montalvo, Keys on Sports.
What's up?
Welcome to New York, man.
Thank you.
With the rise of other guards in the league, like the Currys and the Westbrooks of the world,
Yeah.
do you feel like you're a forgotten one? Like, do you have a chip on your shoulder for this season?
No, I don't think I'm forgotten or anything like that. I really don't know what it is. I know when I step on the court, the players know I'm on the court. Like, it's not sweet like that. To the media, it's something totally different because you could feed the media. The media feed everybody's stories, and if you're not a fan of basketball like that, you really wouldn't know. Like last year, I feel like I had a hell of a year coming off 3 injuries, and it's only gonna get better. And but you really want to know that if you really don't watch basketball like that.
Derrick, how you doing? Alan Anazone from Newsday. You said you would recruit this year as opposed to past years. Why would you do it this year? Why didn't you do it in past years?
I really, in past years, I I really don't know. I just wasn't into it. This year, it may change, may not. This year, front office may just do it. I really don't know. This is my first time ever getting traded, so I don't know how it's going to go.
Derrick, Barbara Parker from Newsday. Is there something kind of liberating about coming to a place where it's not your hometown, you don't have to be the hero? I mean, you can start over and do what you want.
Yeah, but it's really gonna have to take me just living here. Like I can sit here and tell you, like, yeah, I hope it's gonna be that, but coming here, I'm taking it as this is business. Like, for one, I want to have fun. I want to be happy. I want to be excited about what I'm doing. I want to be winning along the way. I think winning covers every category for an athlete, and I want to enjoy it with my teammates.
Derrick Rose, why did you pick number 25?
Number 25 was all for Chicago. Like Chicago, like I said, it grew me into the man I am right now. And I know it's a lot of people back home that's very surprised with this move. So I'm not forgetting about them. We're just taking this to New York. So that's why I wore number 25. Just like they're there with me.
Derrick, Mark from New York Post. Jeff Hornacek is known to work well with point guards, and what do you know about him? What's your first impressions and his reputation?
To tell you the truth, I don't know that much about him. I just remember playing against him when he was coaching in Phoenix, and just the way his team played, they played very hard and scrappy, and that's the only thing that I know about him as far as like his coaching style. I talked to him a little bit like 2 days ago. We're supposed to meet up whenever we both have time, but he said he was going to allow me to get through my summer being focused and working on my craft. So I guess we'll have time to meet up soon. But as far as right now, I'll go back to LA and it's back training.
Any other questions?
Joe Navallo, Knicks.com. When you see Kristaps Porzingis and a chance to play with that type of player, what do you see from him on the floor?
Man, it was hard playing against him last year because he's so good, man. Like knocking down shots, never getting anybody away, plays unselfishly, pass the ball, like very skilled, plays hard. Like that's somebody that I would die to play for, and now I got two of those guys, and whoever the front office put around us, I know they're going to do the right thing. So it's an exciting year. It should be an exciting year next year, and we're going to need everyone.
Derrick, Ian Begley, ESPN.com again. Have you talked to Carmelo yet since the trade?
A little bit, talk text, but nothing more.
Do you plan on getting together with him at any time over the summer?
Probably over the summer, but like I said, right now, I told him that I got to get prepared for something. Like we already had to talk as far as like he's getting prepared for USA basketball, and I'm getting prepared to come back here and be ready. So we're gonna have time to link up. That's not a problem. It's just that we got to take care of our business first.
Hey, Derrick, Larry Ridley, SNY. How much motivation do you have to get this team back into the playoffs, and how much noise can you guys make?
We're very motivated. I know I am for sure. I know they are, but for me, I like not making the playoffs last year. Out of my 8 years that I've been in the league, that shit hurt. I get hurt. Sitting out, watching all these games being played, and you not even touching the playoffs. Like I can't say anything. I can't say nothing about nobody. I gotta make the playoffs and shit.
All right, Derrick. Thanks very much.